My name is David, and if you follow Reddit wet shaving, you might know me as R Chewbacca, and that is a really fun month-long shaving sort of game. So if you haven't heard of that, it's a lot of fun. Look it up on Reddit. Anyway, I am going to do a series of videos regarding my razor collection, which seems like a rather unusual collection to have, but you know, compared to collecting stamps or coins or something like that, it's just another collection. I happen to like it because I enjoy using them. I first got into it because I used to get really bad razor burn, and I was just looking for a way to mitigate that. And after doing a little research here and there, that's wet shaving, traditional double-edged razors is something I got into. So, and then as I did that, I found that the razors are really fascinating. They sort of follow our cultural progression. So you see influences from things like the Roaring Twenties and the Great Depression and the various wars, and that's all reflected in the various consumer products, the things that people wanted, and also in the razors. So I can't really do all of them in one video because it would just take forever. So I'm going to break it up. I'm going to do today, this is just this intro and a quick look at what I call my daily den, and that's just what I keep in the bathroom available, and also a overview of all of my razors where they're normally kept. So I live in a high-rise, and one thing you sacrifice in doing that is space. So it would be great if I had some ginormous china cabinet or something like that, but I just simply don't. So the collection, a lot of it's in boxes, and it's a lot of it's kind of packed away, but there is a lot of it that's out there. So what I'm going to do is break it up and maybe have a video on non-Gillette vintage razors, which are really fascinating. Gillette sort of makes up the lion's share of pretty much anybody's collection, and I think that's probably because, first off, they just made really good stuff. But also the blades that you use in these razors are still readily available and are also used in modern version of the razors. So most of my collection is Gillette, so that's why I'll do one on the non-Gillettes, stuff like the Autostrop and the Rolls Razor, the King Oscillator, Enders, stuff like that. And then we'll do, and somewhere in there, we'll throw in the straight razors. We've also, that is my cat Bellatrix. And somewhere along the way, we'll throw in modern razors, probably towards the end. And also, when it comes to the Gillettes, I'll follow mostly the way Mr. Razor did it, and with a few differences. I think the military set razors would be a fun thing to do all together, because I kind of collected that as a set, and with just a couple exceptions, I think I have pretty much all of them. And I think travel razors would be a good thing to put as one particular set. So we'll probably go ahead and do that, but it'll kind of develop as we go. I'm guessing it'll probably be around 6 videos or so. Now, for today, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick run through of my mini den and my razor collection. And for that, I'm going to bring my phone with me. So you may notice a little bit of a drop in sound quality, but just bear with me. And we'll be right back. Let's go. Okay, well, this is my bathroom. It's a little messy, not horrible, but, and this is where I keep my sort of day-to-day stuff. I put soaps up here after I finish using them so they can dry off. I have a couple up here too. TARDIS has a blade bank that I use for disposing razors. And just basic shaving stuff. And I have a couple boxes of soap elsewhere that I will, every once in a while, just swap them all out. Just trade everything so that I kind of use everything in a rotation. These are the brushes I actually use, and you know, just a very brief. Brushes come in Badger, like this here, or Boar Hair, which here's one I used yesterday. or synthetic, you see in the back. And all three have their advantages or disadvantages. These are actually antiques. They belong to my great-great grandmother, and the wooden one was my great-great-grandfather's. So also his ring there too. And that's about it on that. I do have a few extra things. I got a strap hanging up here. I'll keep a small cabinet, just some oddly shaped aftershaves, blades, and scuttles, stuff like that. This here is the actual collection. It's all on a big dresser. This is just sort of the top of the dresser. Mostly boxes. I've got a lot of like empty boxes, some extra brushes. I think everything in here is like empty carts and boxes and razors that I just don't have room for in the collection. I think this is actually a gold bulldog that I haven't restored yet. And then I have, you know, just all kinds of parts here, different old type heads and handles. I've got some loose razors in there. There's a fat boy in there I'm going to be giving to my nephew. He's just now old enough to shave, so that's that should be a lot of fun. Here's drawer number one. As you can see, I have a military all together, followed by around the 20s. You got our Goodwills and our ABCs and a couple early razors there, the Bostonians, a few more military, and these are the ones that were probably a little harder to find. There's some waterfalls, straight razors, and some non-Gillette, some Schick there. And then drawer number two has got little knickknacks like the blade Christmas sets and the belt buckle and baseball, stuff like that, and some travel sets there. And then yeah, you got your Aristocrats, some modern razors. On the back you got the bigger cases, the first adjustable Aristocrat there, and the executive, and of course the toggle, and that is the Psycho. So we'll go through all of those and talk about where they came from, how I came about finding them, and stuff like that. So people may ask if any of these are for sale, and unfortunately they are not. There would not be any rational price that I'd be willing to sell them for. But. Okay, well, that was fun. And so just to reiterate, it's going to be a video about the collection, and it seems a little strange of a video to make, but I have seen other videos where people have toured their den, and to me I found that to be a lot of fun, and I hope that you do too. Perhaps you'll only be interested in one or two parts of it. Maybe you just want to see the military collection. If that's the case, I very much hope you enjoy it. It's another reason why I'm breaking them up into different videos. If you have any questions, or as I'm going through them, I'll try and give as much information as I know, or at least think I know. So if I'm wrong about something, that is awesome, because I would love to learn more. So if you know an interesting fact about one of them that I don't, or I say something that's incorrect, I'd very much like to hear about it. So please communicate in the comments and I will answer. And that should be about it for the introduction. So stay tuned. I think the first video I'm going to do will be non-Gillette vintage razors, and there's some pretty cool, interesting razors in that. So we'll see you soon.